All right, good afternoon, and welcome back once again. Happy Sunday. Today is the 5th of October 2025, and I'm here with a message and an update. But what I want to say this afternoon, it borders on when the truth comes, some tears might flow. And that has to border on the pain behind the slot payment that is currently going on. This is Princess It, as you know, just for the record. There will come a day when truth can no longer be hidden. And when that day finally arrives, thousands of people would cry. Not because they were not warned, but simply because they refused to listen or to heed the instructions and the warning. A lot of people have emptied their small savings thinking that they are buying a slot, and also thinking that buying that slot is the golden ticket to wealth. But what they will soon realize is that the slot they bought was nothing but an illusion, pure illusion. Slot selling is not an opportunity. It's a trap that is cleverly designed to look like one. It actually preys on people's hunger for financial freedom, and then their desperation to escape poverty is also wrapped within it. Sadly, those who fall for it are setting themselves up for a measure of heartbreak and regret. Now, why are so many people still rushing to pay for slots? Why? And I think the answer is painfully simple. Desperation and poverty is just the main deal here. People are tired of struggling. Yes, they are tired of struggling. The cost of living keeps rising. Jobs are too hard to find. Families are barely surviving. So when something appears online or in WhatsApp chats, in Telegram platforms, promising that a small payment is going to secure a place for them in an upcoming disbursement, it feels like a real renewed hope, another renewed hope agenda. And it also feels like an escape for them. But in reality, it is a trap. It's a trap. So, a lot of people that are collecting money in the name of slots are not recognized by any legitimate body. They are not. They just are not. They are not registered NGOs. They are not government agents. They are not part of any verified financial programs. Yet, the people keep sending them money out of fear of missing out. They believe that if they don't pay now, they might lose their chance forever. And so, they plunge in their everything. Some, it is their life saving. Some had to sell some landed properties and plunging the money right into the hands of a scammer. The other time I talked about one Peter Anthony like that, who ran several platforms, I think up to 4, maybe even 5. And all of them were designed to collect money from the desperate and the uninformed people. And it keeps moving from groups to groups, sweet-talking people into believing that they are part of something great. I imagine the amount of money that has already passed through his hands. But greed has no end. Even after collecting millions from innocent people, he still wants more. And the truth is, people like Anthony don't have power by themselves. Their power actually comes from the people who keep sending money to them. People will keep sending them money. Every payment makes them stronger than the last one they collected. And every victim also adds to their confidence, because just like ancient temple was talking, say Mugu will fall. Being honest with you, they continue just because people keep believing in them. But the day that the real disbursement comes, the truth is going to be exposed. You know why? Those who paid for fake slots, they realized that they were never in any official list. Their names were written with smoke. Their names were never submitted anywhere. And then regret will set in. And when that regret sets in, when it comes, it's going to be heavy. Very heavy. It's going to be devastating. Because these are people who could barely feed their families, but they still borrowed or they sold something to buy a slot. You know what that means? You sacrifice a whole lot to plunge in the fund into the hands of a scammer. They trusted someone that they barely knew, all in the hope of a miracle. It's so heartbreaking, it's heartrending, because the pain that follows financial loss is not just physical, it's very much emotional. It will break the very real strong person. It will break your spirit. It will break everything about you. You might not cry, but you are bleeding internally. Now, let's be real about all of this. You know, poverty is a tough burden. Very tough, my brother. It's a tough burden. But it should never also make us lose our sense of judgment. Never. Being poor is not and will never be a license to be careless. No. You must protect the little one you have. You cannot continue to throw money into the hands of fraudsters and then you finally blame poverty for your choice. Don't do that. Poverty is not your fault. I don't know whether you heard me. Poverty is not your fault. But being deceived repeatedly can be prevented. It can be prevented. You know, there is this sad pattern that keeps repeating itself, where someone announces a new slot that must be paid for or very urgently. They tell people that time is running out, and then those who delay will miss the opportunity, and before you know, the fear will set in and people begins to rush in. Nobody wants to be left behind. They don't verify. They don't make research. They don't ask questions. Money starts flying everywhere. Then weeks or months after that, you get some silence. Silence comes in. The so-called platform just disappears into thin air. And those who paid are left with nothing but regret. And this is how they operate. First off, they create a panic. They tell you the slots are limited. Then they promise you huge returns or some guaranteed access, and finally they disappear, or they even change their names. And when it is time to fulfill these promises, it's a repeated pattern that has trapped thousands already. The bitter truth is that once your money leaves your hand, it's gone. It's gone. You will not get it back. The people collecting it are not saving it for you. They are spending it on your behalf. They are buying cars, building houses, and living off your sweat. You're left waiting for disbursement that would never come through them. I'm not saying disbursement will not. Disbursement will surely come. It's not negotiable. But quote me, that is not coming through them. Because they don't have your interest at heart. They just want to get from you, and they leave you stranded right in the middle of it. And you are expecting disbursement to come because you subscribe to them. But it never comes. If you take nothing else from this message, please take this. Be careful. careful. Be careful. If you truly want financial freedom, you must start by rejecting shortcuts. Try as much as possible to learn patience. Genuine success doesn't just happen overnight. Anything that promises you quick money after paying for a slot is nothing but a scam that is wearing the mask of opportunity. So as disbursement draws near, please hear me very clearly. A lot of people are going to cry. Not because they weren't told, but because they ignored warning. They believed lies over truth. They followed the crowd instead of them using their senses. And when the real lists start rolling in, when the real list start coming out or start rolling out from legitimate programs, their names would be missing because they were never found to begin with, and their money will be gone. That will be the moment that they will realize, but it's too bitter. But that doesn't have to end that way for everyone. No, you still have time to protect yourself. Do not pay anyone promising you a big slot or a fund in return if you have not verified them. Please, no matter how convincing they sound, no matter how trusted the person may seem or may appear, do not part with your money. Wait until you verify that the NGO is also verified. Not whispers from self-appointed agents. They must be verified and they must be real. Poverty is painful, very painful. But losing your small savings to fraudsters, I think is worse. It's worse. One destroys your finances, the other destroys your hope. You cannot afford both of them. So use wisdom right now. Be patient, stay alert, and keep your eyes very much open. When disbursement really begins, those who waited patiently are going to smile, while others will have some stories to tell. The truth is on its way, and when it finally arrives, it's going to separate the wise from the desperate. And those who kept their money safe will thank themselves. But those who ignored every warning, they will wish they could turn back time. Unfortunately, by then it would be too late. So hear this today. Do not buy slot unnecessarily until you verify where the NGO is coming from, who it is that is managing it. Don't throw your money away. It's costly. Do not believe any sweet talk. Protect your little ones. The little money you have, wait for the truth. When the real disbursement happens, your patience will become your biggest blessing, your biggest surprise. Thank you very much. This is Prince Cecil. In case you are new, do kindly subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on vital update. We need to drop this for those that are still subscribing and those who are still registering orders at a time like this. I think somebody was asking me yesterday night that am I saying that there was a point, I can't remember how the person put it actually, that am I saying that people should keep registering? No, I never say that. I never say that. I was only saying that based on what Elibo said the other time, for some of you that listened to him, he said that money they are collecting is for logistics. And I was bringing out a point that if it is true that this money is actually for logistics, just like Ancient Temple also pinpointed right now, it shows that as long as disbursement has not come, they will keep asking for this logistics. They will keep asking for this money. And also, those that are now preying on the masses, they will now use that also to swing themselves into this order to also keep asking for money. You would think theirs is for logistics, but theirs is for their pockets. Theirs is nothing but on a pocket level. You understand? So it becomes a little bit technical to know that if the real people are saying it's for logistics, and the scammers, you don't know now who are the real people here and who are the scammers here, and that's where it becomes a little bit delicate. And you know, ground ecosystem is so sensitive to the point where even if you try to say you want to help somebody, finally the person waits for 2-3 weeks and he sees that the help is not coming. It comes back on a reverberatory attack towards you, that you were the one that said that person is real, this person is fake. So why hasn't the person delivered? So that's why it's a sensitive and very dicey ecosystem. Just stay and warn people from distance. That's what it is. That's what it is. And that's why I'm very calculative. I'm very sensitive in this ground ecosystem, because sometimes you might want to help certain people out, but when you look at the reprisal attack that comes there with, it's better you just stay off and allow people to find whoever is real by themselves and find whoever they think is real by themselves. And some on commitment. If you want to venture into it, let it be your choice. As an adult, your choice, your choice. Your choice. Because the level of volatility in the ground ecosystem is too much. It's too much. And information may look real or true in the morning, by evening time it has turned to false, just because of the people there managing the activities. Not because they didn't tell you the truth in the morning, but how can within one day a truth suddenly becomes a lie? That is, there is something that somebody is not telling us. But whatever the case is, we are waiting for Apostle Ken, and he has trumpeted his trumpet, and afterwards is expected to bring out the reality that comes from that as a shepherd, with all the promises. And the next time you're going to hear my voice, it will be on how it's going to go. Is the conclusion on the matter and how it's going to go. The next time is timeless. He didn't tell us the next time, and this time is also time. He just said the next time you're going to hear my voice, it's going to be when it's how it's going to go. You understand? The last time he told us in 1 December like that, I think 2023, that the next time you will hear my voice, it will be the voice of congratulations. And now this is the next time we heard his voice during the trumpeting. It wasn't talking to the ground community, it was a church event. You understand? So maybe it was still the next time that he said in 2023 that is still in vogue right now. So, but he said the next time you're going to hear my voice, then it will be a voice of congratulation. Now, next time, it has become the next time you will hear my voice is on the direction and how it's going to go. On how it's going to go. So let's wait for this next time. Let's wait for when it's going to be. And we pray that it doesn't get too long from now, because people are tired and they need to continue their life. Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and God bless you. Have a nice time.